Welcome to That's So Us
with Ama
and Lo.
Join us every Friday as we talk about everything and anything.
From pop culture to mental health to life experiences.
Everyone needs a vent session, and we're ready to connect with you on so many levels.
Be ready to laugh and even cry. Grab some tissues and a drink.
And join us as we turn our 3 a.m. calls into this podcast. Hey, everyone. Hi.
Hey.
Welcome to, this is like kind of like the first official actual episode, because I feel like the first one was like an 100%. Intro.
Just an intro, right? Exactly.
Yeah. But we also got like a lot of good feedback.
I was just about to say, like, thank you guys, because I know Amanda did too, but we got so many DMs, texts of people being like, I love it. Or my favorite was that it's like their comfort like podcast now, which I'm like, that was just the intro, but thank you.
Yeah, and some people were like, when they texted me, they were like, your voice is so like calming to listen to. And I'm like, okay.
I love that.
Even though I hate my voice.
Also, I was going to say, I apologize in advance because I am a little sick. So I sound kind of congested and nasally. So I'm sorry.
Honestly, I don't hear it.
No? Okay, good.
We decided that at the beginning of each episode, we're going to do like a high and a low of the week. We usually record later in the week, but that's okay. We're recording on a Wednesday. So what was your high so far for the past 3 days? And what was your low?
Oh gosh, for the past 3 days? Well, I'm going to say my high for last week. Only because it's my birthday. My birthday was last week, and I went to my friend's college town. So I was with her for like that whole week and with my sister. And we celebrated, we went out, I got drunk. So
as you should.
That leads into my low. I fell wearing heels, and I have the biggest bruise on my hip. It didn't hurt whenever I got it. Obviously, I was drunk, and it literally was like not that painful for like the days following, but now it hurts. It's so weird. But it's purple and blue and yellow.
Is it still big?
It's still huge. Like,
how do you fall on your hip?
I don't know. I think my feet like fell. I don't know. I slipped under something. I don't know, and then I fell. I laid there, bro.
That's so funny.
It was outside. I just laid there, and everyone was trying to help me up, and I was like, no, like I need a second, because I literally, it hurt so bad. When I hit the ground, it hurt. But
see, I would have cried out of embarrassment, because that's just like what I do.
No, it wasn't too embarrassing because I was drunk, and so was everyone
true.
else. Yeah,
true. But I don't know. Whenever time. That's good.
What about you?
So my high would be going to New York, because it's like my favorite place ever, and my low, I think coming home. Like, that's so sad, but like I don't know. Like, I like being home sometimes, but I feel like I just like being somewhere else more.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I know, because we're always traveling, I feel like.
Yeah, and now I have no money.
That's so true. No, literally.
Yeah, like I looked at my bank account, and I was like speechless. Like, words couldn't come out. And I'm like, okay, well, if I want to do shit like in the other part of the year, like I need to save my money. So we're going to save my money now.
Exactly. I'm so excited for the trips that I think we both have planned. So
yeah,
so exciting.
Well, I'm supposed to go to Europe in September, but like in Canada, the like government is on strike, and my brother doesn't have a passport, and we can't book without him having a active passport or whatever. So I don't know what's happening with that.
Yeah. Literally, okay. Whenever I was in Europe, I lost my passport in Paris. So I had to go and get a new passport in Paris. I got an emergency passport. I had to mail that in and then get a new one. But it literally came on my birthday. So thankfully,
at least
they had my back, because I have a trip in May. So I was a little nervous.
But yeah, so I don't know if we're going yet. Because if he doesn't have a passport, we can't, like, it'd be kind of sad to like just go without him. So yeah. Anyways,
just go without him.
He'd probably love that, but I'd feel a little bad. So I pulled a card, and this one says, "What habit would you like to break and why?" I feel like I used to bite my nails all the time because I was anxious, but like now I don't do that. But that was like my worst habit ever.
I I don't think I've ever bitten my nails.
Oh my god, I would bite them and like
No.
rip them off. Like, it's bad.
I'm gonna rip them off.
Yeah, yeah, it was really bad.
What is a bad habit of mine? Maybe like agreeing to a lot of stuff where I'm just like, when I just need time off, I just have to say no. Like I have a hard time of saying no. That's it.
Okay, yeah,
Bad habit.
I
Yeah,
feel
for
that.
sure.
I don't know what mine would be.
Oh, you said nail biting. No?
No, but I don't do that anymore. I
Oh,
haven't done
okay,
that
okay,
in
okay,
3
okay.
years. Um, maybe being in like impulsively buying like physical objects that I don't need.
Mm,
Because like for
yeah,
me, like if I buy like travel stuff, like I don't care. Well, like obviously it's money, but like I'd rather do that than like buy like fucking clothes that I wear once and like never wear it again. Or like stupid shit that like I actually just really don't need. I feel like I'd be able to do so much more if I didn't spend on that. But I'm like, I don't know. I make myself think that I need it and then like I get it and I don't need it, but then I don't return it. So
right. Especially if it's like you need it for like a trip or something, and then
mhm.
it's like you never wear it again or you never use
Yeah.
it again. I
Yeah.
don't
I'm
get
like
that.
the type of person that's like, oh, like when I go on a trip, I need like all new clothes, which like
New
in reality
clothes.
I really don't. Like I don't.
I know. I do the same thing, but it's only because I'm like, well, I can't. This is bad, but it's like
No,
I
I know what
can't.
you're gonna say.
I can't post the same thing on Instagram with the same outfit. Like,
Mhm.
what?
That's what I tell
Which
myself too.
who cares? I wear this shirt. Okay, this is one of my favorite shirts. I got it at Goodwill. It was like $2, and I wear it all the time.
Yeah, you
So
do.
I know, I know, but it's
But
my
yeah,
favorite
like that's
shirt.
the thing. Like who yeah. I'm like and also at the end of the day, like I never notice if someone's wearing the same thing in their pictures. Like I won't know that. But I think
Mhm.
that everyone knows that about me.
Yeah,
Like, okay, well that's what I want to bring.
beautiful. We'll definitely try that. We'll hold
We'll
each
try
other
and check
accountable.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, little
Um,
check-ins.
yeah, but you picked this week's episode so you can kind of start us off.
Did. Well, I thought that because we met, in the whole like concert space and through
Mhm.
Madison, I just thought we could dive deeper into that like world.
Mhm.
So, like concert culture, fangirl culture, all that,
Yeah.
everything in between.
Yeah. Well, the word fangirl, like we both were talking about this that like I have like opinions about it. I think
Yeah.
I think it's changed a lot over the years. When I was like younger, I wouldn't like care. Even like a few years ago, like I wouldn't care if someone like referred to me as like a fangirl. But like now with like the
Mm,
negative connotation around it, I'm like,
yeah,
no one ever call me that.
yeah.
But I found on Urban Dictionary a definition to what fangirl is in case no one knows. I'm gonna read it. A fangirl is a female fan of a character from a movie, anime, video game, or a real life actor or singer. Usually, they have an obsession with their idol and do various activities to show their love for said idol. Such activities include ranting about them, making shrines or fan listings. I don't know what that is. Creating graphics that feature the idol, writing fanfics, and making fan art. Then it says, however, not all fangirls are like this. Quite a few of them are just an average fan of something and call themselves such. So I feel like over time, it's turned from like being like a supporter of someone to like being like obsessed with them.
Yeah. No, I used to hate like the moniker of fangirl because I feel like it inferred like crazy. And there's definitely different sides to it because now that I've like kind of gotten into that
Yeah.
space, I'm like, I have met and seen people who are crazy and obsessed and stalk and just like
Mhm.
be doing too
A
much,
whole
way
other
too much,
level.
a
Yeah.
whole other
And I
level.
think like, yeah, like there's like a difference in my opinion of like supporting someone versus like being obsessed with them. Like
No, literally, like knowing
knowing
their
their every
every
move.
single move,
Uh,
knowing where they're
yeah.
staying, like hotel wise, or like trying to like book that hotel, or like
Okay, no, I've never
sleeping
done that,
outside
but
of their hotel. Like,
I found out Just Mirror's Hotel once when I was 16 and I went there. But I didn't like go inside. Like I was like in the area and I was like maybe he'll walk on the street. But I've known people who like yeah, like book
yeah,
rooms at certain hotels to be like, "Oh, like maybe I'll see them." Which is like
right, exactly.
that's like
It's just
overstepping.
scary. Oh,
Yeah.
100%. It's really scary. I just don't even have like that, like in me to be like that obsessed with someone. I don't
But
know.
like at the end of the day, like if I met someone that I like, I wouldn't want to meet them in their hotel. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I wouldn't even stop them. If I was in the same hotel as someone, I wouldn't, like, go up to them in the hotel.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know.
No,
I feel like
I
that's just, like,
yeah,
an invasion of, like
of
if I saw them in the street,
privacy.
like, sure, but, like, in,
No,
like,
yeah.
someone's hotel, like, people wait in the lobbies of hotels.
Yeah, it's just scary because I put myself in their shoes and I'm like, I wouldn't want someone to do
Mhm.
that to me, especially if I'm like waking up, going downstairs to the lobby to like
Yeah.
get breakfast. Like, I don't want everyone to like bombard me with, can I
Mhm.
get a picture? Can I get an autograph? Like,
Yeah.
no, just leave me
So,
alone. I'm sorry, but
did you? Because we only met, like, a year ago, and we're, like, in our 20s. When you were younger, were you, like, into this?
no, I wasn't.
Okay. See,
I,
we're from opposite,
oh,
like, ends of
100%.
it.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of music, obviously.
Mhm.
I grew up listening to music, especially Spanish music and like 80s because of my
Mhm.
dad. But my dad was also a tour manager when he was in his 20s. So he would take bands from the States and then tour them in South America. So I
Mhm.
feel like all of the stories that I've heard because of that, it just got me super interested in shows and concerts and tours and all that. So the first show that I went to was it was a Charlie Puth show actually. I went with my
When?
sister, but it was just for DNCE, I think.
Oh my
So that
god.
was Joe
Yeah.
Jonas. Yeah,
Yeah.
they opened for him because no shade to Charlie, but I love
Yeah.
him. Didn't go for him.
Mhm.
Um, that was what I think 2016.
Okay.
I could be totally off, but I don't know. That was my first show, and then I went to Ariana's Dangerous Woman tour. The first show though that I waited like in line for was Madison's,
Okay.
and
Yeah, so we're,
yeah,
like, really different.
yeah. And then I joined like the Twitter space.
Mhm.
Literally, when was it? Last year?
I
2 years
think
ago?
so.
I don't even know, but pretty recently. But it
Mhm.
wasn't even because of like someone asked to put me in like a group chat and so I was like,
Mhm.
"Sure, I'll just make this Twitter account." It wasn't something that I ever had like an interest in. Obviously, I knew like that was a space in a community, but I don't know, I've heard like a lot of like drama with it, so I didn't
Mhm.
really want to
Yeah.
be a part of it. But obviously there's great like communities on that and whatever. But I'm not really super active at all anymore.
Yeah. See, for me, got Twitter at 11, which is
Mhm.
really fucking young. Like, if I think about it now, I'm like, "What was I doing?" Um, because you weren't even allowed, like, were supposed to be 12, so I lied. Um, because I wanted to see what Justin Bieber was tweeting. So I, like, grew up in, like, the fan, like, girl stan Twitter, like, life since I was 11, and I've seen, like, everything possible. Like, do you know who Stalker Sarah is?
No.
Okay,
Mhm.
so yeah, no, you were not okay. So this girl stalked celebrities and made it her job at the end of the day. So like she goes by Stalker Sarah, and like it's actually her job like today. Like she's in her late 20s. But it was so scary. Like there's so many people like that in the
Yeah.
space. But growing up there, I initially joined because like in real life I didn't have a lot of friends, or like I didn't have friends that like liked Justin Bieber or like anything like that. So I was like, okay, whatever. Like I'll
Mhm.
find people myself. But yeah, growing up there was interesting. My first concert I went to, I was like 12, and I it was Hillary Duff. I don't remember it.
Love that. I love that.
Yeah, even though like I have no memory except like a picture on a really bad camera. But yeah, like I like grew up in that space, and then like I had like a Justin Bieber fan account for like years. And I was, like, low key popular on that. Like, people would come up to me at his shows and be like, "Oh my god, are you, like" I'm not gonna say the at because like, no, thank you. But, like, they were like, "Oh, are you this person?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." And, like, people ask me for pictures. Like, it was kinda scary.
Mhm.
My famous era.
You're
Um,
famous.
yeah, and, like, I've met, like, a lot of people, like, people I still, like, know to this day on it, but growing up on it was just scary. Like, I would like, there would be people who would stalk, like, find their hotels, sleep there, everything.
Mhm.
Um And, like, yeah, I've been to, like, not I've been to people's hotels, like, in the areas for, like, Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber. So I've done those things, which is kind of
Mhm.
embarrassing, but Obviously, I don't do that
Wait,
now.
you were also what, younger?
Yeah, I was
Like,
like I think I did those things till I was like 16,
yeah.
maybe
I just know
17.
people who still do it, like, and they're like way
Grown.
older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like the thing is like those type of like even now, like I'm turning 25, like I think there's a difference between me like going to multiple shows for someone versus me like trying to find out where these people are at all times and like going to their location, meeting them, or like
Yeah.
waiting in line for like 12 hours. Like I don't even have the energy in me to do that, like at
Oh,
all.
100%.
But yeah, like growing up in that space, I mean, it's kind of toxic.
Yeah.
But I've made like friends through it. Like Madison, for example. Like we used to talk on You Now because we knew each other from Twitter because of Justin Bieber.
Right.
So like we were low key friends, and then like she moved to LA, and I remember this specific You Now because I have a screenshot of it.
Mhm.
So like no one thinks I'm lying. Where she was like, "I'm in LA, like come, I'll pick you up," and I obviously didn't go because I was 15. Like where was I going to go to LA? But
Right.
after that, she moved, and you know now she's who she is.
I think it's
So,
so crazy because I used to watch those.
mhm.
Like, and it's like you also used to watch those, and I don't know, it's just so crazy to me because obviously we didn't know each other back then, and we do now, but how like similar
Yeah.
we are, like it's
That's so
insane.
funny that you used to watch them because yeah, like she used to watch mine and like that's so fucking embarrassing because like God knows what I spoke about. Like what did I do? Like I don't remember like
Yeah.
what I did, what I spoke about, why she even would come to them. But it's just weird because like when I met her for the first time in person, I brought it up, but like I don't think she remembered. Or like maybe she tried
Yeah.
to block that like era of her life out of her mind.
Uh-huh.
Um But yeah, like I feel like I've met like such cool people. And I met people that are still like, yeah, in my life now and they're doing cool things. But it's just, yeah, I don't know where I was going with this, but it's a whole thing.
No, yeah.
Right now, like I don't really consider myself a Stan Twitter account, but I do engage in like certain areas of it. Depends what it
Mhm.
is. It's mostly like if like Madison, that's the only person that I follow that tweets really. No one else tweets. Justin Bieber hasn't even opened his Twitter account in like years. So, like, that's the type of stuff, like, I'll still engage with, like, if she tweets something, I'll answer it as if, like, she'll answer me for whatever reason or, like, that my input is, like, important, but, like, mostly I use
Mhm.
it for, like, promoting my, like, YouTube and stuff, but each time
Yeah.
I log in, there's drama, like, every time. Is it not tiring? Like, I don't know.
No, literally. I was on it for a bit and then I really was using it like during Madison's tour
Mhm.
to like post the pictures that I took because I got really into photography. And now I'm not really on it anymore because of said drama. It's just it's too much and I feel like I'm too grown to be like involved in that and
But, yeah,
I
no,
don't
like,
know.
I never answer the drama unless, like, someone will, like, deliberately, like, bring like, say my name, then I'll, like, fucking be like, what's your problem?" But, like,
Yeah,
I'm not in any of that drama. But we
right.
were,
No,
like
I
well, you weren't really. It was just fucking me.
which one? Which drama? There's been
The
multiple
Yeah, I
times.
know. The Twitter space.
Oh, the
When I
space.
yeah. I remember okay, we'll tell the story. So, Madison tweeted for someone to make a space because I think she was having a bad day or something like that. And I was like, "Okay, like, let me just make one." So I made one. And I'm just talking I don't even know what I was talking about, and I was like, "Oh my god, there's so many people in here, like, I'm famous." Then I realized Madison was actually in it, and then I was like, "Oh." So then we added her as a speaker or whatever, and she spoke for a good, like, hour, I think, in it,
Yeah, mhm.
and, like, I don't know if, like, people know how to use Spaces, but I barely knew how to use it, and you have to, like, circulate speakers and shit like that, and I guess I obviously didn't make every single person speak because there was a lot of people, and once the space was done, like, the amount of hate I got from, like, people I didn't even know was crazy.
Crazy.
And then people were like making spaces about me, like making accusations that were like obviously false.
Even during it, people were being so mean,
Oh
and, like,
yeah.
during the space, I was like, "Hey, like, please, like, don't send any hate to, like, Amanda or I, like, we're just trying our best," like, it was so
And
crazy,
even
and then
Madison said it.
yeah, I was gonna say she
And
said
they
it
like were
too.
like, no,
Right.
let me keep going. And like I've kind of gotten used to it because of like YouTube and stuff. Like all my like LGBT plus videos like have God knows what under it. Like, I don't even read the comments anymore. But, like, I don't know. Like, it just got to me so bad. I think it was because it was, like, too much at once. And
Yeah,
that's
it was
when, like,
just
I put
really
my
overwhelming.
yeah, and it was like, "Go kill yourself." And I'm like, "Okay, thank you."
You know?
Um,
But
and I
isn't it
think people just don't
crazy?
realize
Sorry, isn't it crazy though that like she gets that on the daily, and not only
mhm.
her, celebrities in general. It's like
That's that. Yeah, like, how do they do
so
because, like, me getting, like,
crazy.
that for, like I think it lasted, like, a week or 2, honestly. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, people are insane. And these people are all
Yeah.
16, but, like, I don't know. I don't know how people do that. Like, I would never the only person I've ever sent hate to is Drake Bell. And then he blocked me, because he was making fun of Justin Bieber. I
But
remember this. He was making fun of Justin Bieber, and I was like, "No one even knows you," or some shit like that, like, whatever. And when he blocked me. But now he's, like, a pedophile or something, so, like, I don't care.
yeah.
So but yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know how people, like, just do that on the daily, like,
I
have,
don't either.
like,
Like
feed accounts to people, like, do you not have a life?
or like on TikTok, I'll see like these
Oh my
comments
god.
of no, that's a whole different story. But I'm like, I said this before too. I think it was on the space. I was like, there is not one bone in my body that could be mean to someone who A, I don't know, who's literally not doing anything to me,
Mhm.
who's a stranger. Like, why? There's
Like,
no
I
need
yeah.
for that.
Like, I
It's
have a hard
like
time being mean to people that are mean to me because I
blows
feel
my mind.
bad. Like, I don't know how people, like, do it to other people. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Intentionally, just like mean.
Mhm. Like, I feel
It's so
bad for, like,
bizarre.
nothing half the time.
It's so
I don't
crazy to
know.
me.
It is. And it just, like, goes on and on and on. I'm like, no one learns ever.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, I don't know where that
I
went
don't know
to.
where that started, where it went to.
But yeah, okay, yeah. So like like spaces and shit, like that's where I got hate and then people, yeah, made like up like these random ass
Mm.
stories just because I wouldn't let them speak on a platform. But like
Yeah.
it's just crazy. Like that's like the toxic side to like fan culture and like stan Twitter and stuff. There's always drama. And like I think there's like good and bad sides to it. Like there's good sides because there are people that I met that are like actually nice people like you and like probably like 2 other people. Um, but then there's also like the people that are insane, like
Yeah.
actually insane. Like people are scary as shit on there. Like, and it's so hard to like know people's like true intentions
Yeah.
when you like
Because
talk to
you
them online.
exactly, and how they portray themselves online is completely different than how they are in person, especially when you like spend time with them and like hang out, whatever. It's like so crazy. And it
Well,
makes me
I
just want to like it makes it makes me want to like reach out to the artist and be like, you should know who like you're talking to because
yeah.
some people don't have the best intentions. So it's just
Hmm. Well, yeah,
crazy.
like even when I go to events, like it always stresses me out because like when I went to Madison, like yes, no, it wasn't yesterday, 2 days ago.
Hmm.
There was, like, people I saw, and I was like, "I know them," but, like, it's so weird to me, and then I don't go up to them because I'm, like, too scared to talk to people.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like, I just, like, hate not knowing people's intentions because I think I've been, like, fucked over way too many times from people that, like, I met through Twitter or, like, through YouTube and stuff that, like, use you for what they need you for, and then, like, when they're done, they're, like, done,
Yeah.
and I hate that. Like, I feel like I'm too nice of a person sometimes that I let people, like, walk all over me. Yeah, it happens a lot there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, 100%. But like you said, there are positives. Like
Yeah.
the whole like community in general, apart from all of the negativity, you're all kind of just in one space and you have the similar like interests and
Mhm.
I don't know, it feels so welcoming, especially like at shows.
Yeah.
I love shows. I love live music because when you're in the crowd and you just feel like the love, it
Mhm.
makes me feel so proud and happy for the artist. Like, and I just wonder how they
Yeah.
feel. Like, I can't even like
Yeah.
describe that. It's so
Yeah, I can't,
intense.
like yeah, I feel that. I love, like, shows, they're so fun.
Hmm.
But I feel like also, like, fan culture and, like, that, like Stan Twitter specifically, there's like a lot of lack of like privacy for like artists and stuff, like who they talk to. Because I mean, I keep referring to Madison, but I feel like she's like the closest like artist that I've like like the artist that I've been closest to, like actually like spoken to for
Yeah.
like longer than like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But like I feel like she trusts too easily because
A little
she'll
bit,
like
yeah.
tell people things. And I think it's just because she's like very genuine and like has like trust for people, but
Yeah.
people don't show their true intentions.
Right.
Like when she tells people like a secret thing or something and then she, like they fucking like tell the whole world. Like that makes
No,
me
yeah.
feel bad because I don't know. It's just like
No, oh,
if
I
you have the privilege of like getting this information from said person, like why would you jeopardize? I don't even know if that's how you say it.
it is.
To like I don't know. Like it just doesn't make sense to me.
No, yeah, I agree completely. And I've had that happen to where people have like told me and they're like, she told me not to tell. So I'm like, well, then why the fuck are you telling me? Like,
Hmm.
keep it to yourself.
Yeah,
It's
well,
so
yeah, like
crazy.
there was an event yesterday and like everyone was talking about like things she said and I was like, "Well, I don't want to know because I wasn't there." And I'll
Right.
just like find out when like she wants everyone to find out. But like people want to know.
No, I think it all comes down to like intentions.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I think, well, I don't really know what I want to do with my life. Like, like if someone like someone asked me actually like a week or two ago, they were like, "What's your like dream job, like your end goal?" And I have no fucking idea. Like, I have
Hmm.
no like. There's too many things that I want to do that I'm not gonna be able to do in like my little lifetime. Um, but like I know like for like I want to like work in like the entertainment world. So I feel like not for everyone, but like for most people that want to work in that world, like they kind of know like what boundaries not to cross, how to act in like certain like situations and stuff. Like if I want to work in that space, I can't be like acting like a crazy obsessed fan
Yeah.
like at events and stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain it.
No, I feel that 100%. There, okay, like I want to kind of go back to like whenever I was on tour and whatever, because I
You
feel
were on
like
tour?
not, okay, not on tour, but like I did travel. I feel like people, when they say like fangirl, they're like crazy obsessed, whatever, and they're, they talk about people who wait in line and people who travel like out of the country, whatever.
Hmm.
I don't want to be a hypocrite. I have done that. But I think that there's other people who take it too far.
I think it depends
But
what you do there as well.
But that's what I'm saying, because it's like how you act when you're in front of the artist, like,
Or
is
even
really what
in
it comes down to.
general.
That's
Like,
true, even in
see, like I
general.
want to go to Europe for Madison, and everyone knows this. But like the thing is, I think the
Yeah.
difference between me and certain people are like people will go there and travel to like I don't know how many shows there are, and like
Mhm.
just go to their hotel, get ready for the show, go wait in line all day, sleep, then repeat the cycle. For
Right.
me, I would want to like do things in the day and then like show up when the doors
Yeah.
open. Like
100%.
I don't need to like wait, like, even if it wasn't for Madison, like, for anyone,
Mhm.
I don't need to, like, wait in line all day, like, I like to travel, I like to see, like, new things, so I feel like that's why it's,
Yeah.
like, intriguing to me because 'cause I'm, like, the 2 things I like the most, like, at the same time, but then
Right.
that's where it is, like, that's, like, where it draws the line, I think.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. So, I just wanted to put that out there because I know people are gonna be like, "Well, you did it," and I'm like, "I did it to an extent, but I
Mhm,
never went in it with the intention of like, I don't know." And I feel like I've always been like this. I'm like, I don't put artists on a pedestal because I
mhm,
know that at the end of the day, they're just human beings and I
mhm,
see them on my level, if that makes
mhm.
sense. So
I
to
think I see
me,
them on
like,
my level, they're just, like, rich, like, and I'm not. Like,
yeah,
that's
they're
it.
rich, they're successful, they're talented,
Yeah.
like they can
Well, that
sing.
just because you're not rich doesn't mean you're not successful.
That's true, that's true. But I mean, she is successful, but
Oh,
that's true.
yeah. She's successful and rich, but yeah.
I agree. But yeah, I just see them completely like on my level. And so I feel like that's probably why I've been given the opportunities and experiences that I have because I don't go into it with like that fangirl like mentality. I go into
Mhm.
it like, I don't know, I kind of see it as like a professional, like experience. I don't know, and like
Yeah.
being able to like network and meet different people and whatever. So
Mhm.
like there are a lot of people who
Yeah.
go into like meet and greets, for example, like bawling their eyes out.
Yeah.
And I'm just not that person. Like I remember the first time I went in to meet Madison, like it was just so chill and it was like we were friends. Like
Mhm.
I don't know. And
Yeah, no, same
then,
for me. Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I mean, like, say, like, if we were to go like, if I were to go to Madison's tour in Europe next, whenever it is, I feel like I would just go into it, like I don't even think I would go to every show because, like I don't know, okay, anyways, who cares? But, like, I feel like I would go into it with a different mindset than certain people,
mhm.
and, like, I also would wanna go to, like, see friends and things like that. Like, for me, it's, like, not just centered around her, which, like, for a lot of people, I think
Yeah.
it is, and at the end of the day, like, I think she's my friend, even though, like, it might not be reciprocated, but, like, that's how I view her. So,
Well, for
like
me also though, I remember we were in Dublin and she was super sweet for my birthday and she gave me like a gift and a letter and then on
mhm.
stage she was like, "It's my friend Lauren's birthday." So like I took with that and I ran with it. Like we're
No,
friends. Like
literally me.
but
Literally
it's not
me.
even that. It's just the way that she interacts with us. It's like
Mhm.
so chill and like we're friends.
You know, like, once she's like, "We're besties," and I was like, "Okay." Like,
Yeah.
we just take that and, like you said, run with it. Like, I'm just gonna tell everyone that, like, we're besties now. But yeah, I don't know. That's how I see it because, like you said, I don't wanna be a hypocrite and be like, "Oh, like, these people are crazy." And then, like, next year, I'm
We're
there and,
doing
like,
it
people,
too,
like
right.
yeah, and then they're like they're canceled. But, like, the thing is, like see, like, if we were to go, like, I think we would also use it as, like, a networking opportunity, which is, like that might sound fucked up, but, like, not like I'm gonna go there and be like, "I'm gonna steal everyone's job," because, like, absolutely not.
Right.
But I feel like it's just fun to, like, meet, like, people. Like, for you, for
Yeah.
example, like, you kinda became friends with, like, Madison's hairstylist and
My gosh, I
photographer and things
love
like that.
Mel. Yeah, no, I love Mel. They're so sweet. I love
Yeah,
Mel.
and, like,
No,
for, like I mean, the only person I've ever spoken to was, like, Maggie's manager, but, like, the
we
thing is,
love
like
Gerald.
um, yeah, like, I feel like I don't know. It would just be, like, a fun time, like
Yeah,
but like I said, like, people
and I
only go
say
there, meet the person 25,000 times.
right. Meet the person, get the autograph, get the
Get the
picture. I
picture.
could give less fucks about a picture. I don't
Dead ass, like,
care.
when I saw Madison 2 days ago, I forgot there was a picture. Like, I was just
No,
talking my shit, like,
literally.
I was just going, and the
Right.
photographer was getting mad. They were really rude, but anyways, she was like, "Picture, picture, picture," and I'm still talking. Um, and then,
Right,
like,
because the
took the picture.
conversation and
Is
the
more
connection
important to
is more
me.
important to us.
Mhm.
100%. But I want
Yeah.
to go back to like the networking part. I've spoken with like a lot of people and it's good, like important to make those connections, but I feel like we've also like become friends through that. So I don't want to just say it's
Mhm.
like a
Oh, yeah,
job
yeah, yeah.
thing like
No
no,
one's
cuz
offered me a
like
job yet anyways, so
I'm available.
Yeah, me
We're
yeah, yeah.
free.
Um,
Anyone need
yeah.
pictures, hit me up.
Yeah, I don't know what I can do, but I could do something.
Oh, shut up.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know. That's like what yeah, yeah. So no one come at
Okay.
me if you see me
Yeah.
anywhere. If you see me in Europe next year or whenever, 2 year I don't know. Don't come for me.
Come for me.
But you won't catch me in the lines, so, like, you won't even see me.
You won't catch me in the lines. You probably won't even catch me at meet and greets. Meet and greets are kind of interesting
Mhm.
because I never really liked them in the sense of I don't know, it kind of just felt like you're at a petting zoo and like you're paying to like
Mhm.
just pet like
Me
this
yeah. It's
person. Like you're
weird.
meeting them, you're taking a picture and you know, you're having a conversation, but like then it's like, okay,
Done.
bye.
Like, next.
So it's always been a weird like thing for me and
Mhm.
but yes, I have gotten multiple meet and greets in the past. But I feel like now that I've gotten closer to all of these people, and I don't know, I feel like we just have like a closer connection. It's different, and I don't
Mhm.
think that I would pay to like talk to a friend anymore. So it's like
Yeah. I
probably
think for me,
not
it
gonna get
depends
meet
the
and greet.
person. But, like,
Yeah,
at the same time, like, the only person I think I'd, like, really pay for is Justin Bieber, and, like, he never does them anymore, so, like, there's, like, nothing there for me.
yeah,
Yeah. See, like, the thing is, like I had told you yesterday when we were speaking about this, for Madison, like, this is my dilemma. Like, I want to talk to her. This sounds so weird. I wanna, like, talk to her,
Mhm.
but, like, when I've seen her not in meet and greet settings, it's been, like, more fun because I think it's longer and, like, I can actually, like, talk and not be like, "Okay, like, there like,
Like rushed.
there's a picture, there's someone coming next, blah, blah, blah."
Yeah.
But then I'm like, "How," like, this sounds weird. I don't know how to say it.
Like, how do you
Like,
get
I
to
also
that
want her to
space?
know no, but I also want her to know that I'm not that I need her to be like, "Oh my god, Amanda's here, like, let's shut this place down," or some shit like that. But, like, you know, I just want
You
them to,
want
like
her to know that you're, like, supportive, but
exactly,
not in,
like,
like, a
there.
fangirl way of, like I get what you're saying.
Like, if I
I
go to
get what you're
Europe, I want her to know I'm there, but I
Yeah,
don't need her to, like, know I'm there every single like, you know what I mean? I don't know how
I
to,
get what
like
you're saying. No, yeah, I
yeah,
get it.
that's my, like, thing. Like, I can't sit here and be like, "I'm never gonna, like, buy her meet and greet again," because like, sometimes I'm a little
Impulsive.
yeah. But I could tell you that I would only buy 1. Like, that's, like, what I'll put out there. But I would never like, when I think of, like even for, like, North America, like, I don't think about, like, I'm buying meet and greet to every single show I'm going to because, like, 1, no. 2, it's expensive.
Yeah.
And 3, like you said, like, depends on the artist, but, like, paying to, like, meet to see someone that I've already met, um,
Right.
just
Because 'cause
to, like,
we've
talk to
already
them for
met, we've
2
already talked.
minutes. Like, I'd
Mhm.
rather, like, talk to you, like, in the street or, like, go get food with me, like, I don't know.
Right, just a casual hangout, like, cause like,
Mhm,
whenever I was in Florida for Leo's show, like, they just invited us to, like, the bar, like, we were just
mhm.
casually hanging out. So it's, like, crazy to me that people would still buy meet and greets when
And
I'm,
you
like,
didn't have meet and greet for, like, any show, right?
um, not in the States, no,
Okay.
don't think so. I could be wrong. I've gone to a lot of shows, but
I don't think
no,
so.
I
At
don't
least
think I
there's 2
had. I
shows that
don't
I
think
went to,
Yeah, in New York?
you didn't. Yeah.
No, no, and the show that I'm talking about, I didn't, so I think it's just, like yeah, again, how you go into it, it's
Mhm.
all about
But
the
then again,
intention.
like, she knew you were there because you DM'd her, right? Like, she knew through that? Like, how did she know that
Well,
you were, like
honestly, I don't even know how, we started talking. I think it was because well, she opened for Madison in Europe, and
mhm,
then she reached out to me and she was like, "Oh my god, I finally found your Instagram," and then we just kept talking. Like,
mhm,
quite often, we would DM each other, and then I think it was, like, I was telling her that I was going to the New York shows.
mhm.
Oh, and I went to the Florida shows because my sister was going to Florida and, getting, like, some she had an appointment there. So I was like, "I'm just gonna come
Okay.
with you." She got some work done, we got some work done. Um, we, so I was like, "I'm just gonna come with you, and then I'm gonna go to the show."
Mhm,
So that's kind of how that happened. So spur of the moments, and most of the time when I travel, it's because these artists, like, on the low, like, ask me to come.
mhm.
Or, like, when we're just talking or, like, even on that space, like, Madison was, like, joking
Oh, if
around
she
being
ever
like
was like, "Come to Europe," I would be like, "Pay my
yeah,
flight."
and she's like, "Come
I
to
know
the
you got
3
the money.
shows." I was like, "Period,
I
I'll
remember
come,"
that.
and then yeah, I bought the tickets, which
Oh my god, I
still
had
to
the
me is
worst FOMO
crazy.
during that. I remember. I was so like, "Why the fuck am I in school right now?" And the worst part
Stop.
was it was my entire, like, last semester of senior year.
Yeah,
Like, couldn't just be, like, a little bit later. I remember that. Oh, it was the
right.
worst time of my life, low key.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
It
You
was
were
just
there
like
in
it's
spirit.
so yeah, like how you were telling me, like, the other day, you were like, "Oh, like, I wish I came." That was me the entire month. It was, like, not even, like I was like, "I need to experience everything." Like, it was just, like you know when, like, you watch from afar and you're like, "I could have been there, but I'm not." Like, that
Yeah,
type of, like,
right.
FOMO.
Yeah. Ugh, it is the worst. But
Yeah.
we have more opportunities,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
going with the right people makes it so much better. So I think we're gonna have a great time next time
Honestly,
we
the
go.
only times I've traveled for shows recently has been by myself, really.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a lie. You were at one of them. You were
I
at
was
2 of
at the
them.
DC
Me
show.
forgetting you were there. No, I'm just kidding. Um, No, but like for like yeah, that was a lie. I forgot.
Okay.
No, but I guess like the
I
most recent
no.
one, like when I went to Maggie, like in New York, I was like, and like DC, like I stayed by myself. That's what I'm referring to.
Oh, you got it, got it.
Yeah. And like Madison, like I went with my mom, but like it's my mom.
Yeah,
She didn't come to the stuff
I
with
love
me,
that.
so
Is she not? I feel like my mom would come.
no, I bought one ticket and it sold out. But also like what my mom like the thing is like what would my mom do in like a book? Like what would she say to Madison? Like my daughter like
That's true.
is Amanda and she likes you.
My
Like what
daughter
would she
loves
say? She'd probably say something so embarrassing, like she'd probably be like, my daughter's obsessed with you, like, and then like make me look like a crazy obsessed person. So better she stayed. She stayed in the hotel, she relaxed, and then we went for dinner. So like it's
Yeah.
fine. But yeah, I do agree with like it also like depends who you like go with because I just like wouldn't just go with like anyone at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe when I was younger I would, but now I'm very selective. Like I need someone who like would do the same thing as me. Like I can't be with someone who wants to wait in line all day. I can't be with someone who doesn't want to do like anything and just stay in the hotel all day.
Mhm.
And I also can't be with someone who wants to go to expensive ass places every day. So that's like my like
That's true
three
too.
things.
That's true. That's my 3 things too. So I'm glad we're going together.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know. Especially like for longer trips, like I don't know how people go to expensive things like every
Mhm.
single day or like eat out like specifically like like I guess it depends the situation, but that's a lot of fucking money. Like
It's a lot of money. But also though, after the shows, most places are closed. So in Europe, when I went this past time, I had McDonald's almost every single night.
so I can't even eat
It was
McDonald's like that. Like what I would eat
it was
fries every night.
bad. No, literally, I had fries and chicken nuggets.
Oh my god,
Don't
see,
get
I
me
just have
wrong,
fries.
I love McDonald's, but
Yeah, I'd get
every
yeah.
night I was so bored of it, and I was like, I don't think I can do this anymore.
No, see, like I'm like a mom. I would like pre-plan that and be like, okay, like I'm gonna get something and
Yeah.
like keep it like that's like my mom. Like
Yeah.
old instincts would come into play.
Yeah. No, I get that.
But yeah. I don't know, like this, like I don't even know what we
Where
started talking
me
about.
either.
But I also think the only person I would go like that far for is Madison, just because I don't really know why. I don't have a good reason. Like I wouldn't go for like just like a random person I like,
Yeah.
just because
I
like
think it's also
I don't know.
because she knows us. So it's like, why travel all the way to Europe, for example, if like, I don't know, like Billy was there. Like Billy doesn't know
Mhm.
me. Like
Maybe she
she
will
doesn't
one
know me.
day.
Yeah, she will, but not now.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess like that's my reasoning too. And like again, it's not because like I'm like, oh, like she's gonna see me and like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
I'd be like delusional and be like, we're going for food. But like, I don't know. And I feel like it's just more fun when it's like someone you actually like know. And
Mhm,
like we also know like a few people on her team. Well, like you know more than me, but like I know like two
mhm.
people. So I feel like it's just like more fun when like
Yeah.
and like I feel like
Mhm.
like the friends that I have from like Stan Twitter are like mostly from like Madison's like stuff. So I feel like that's like fun to like meet people that like you've talked to before. But then again, like there's another side to it where like they might not be how they portray
Who you
themselves online.
yeah, who you
But
thought they were.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
I think it'd be
No, I
fun,
agree.
but there's always shit. I don't know.
Would you consider yourself now a fangirl? Like, would you call yourself that?
See,
Or do you get
yes and
angry when
no.
people call you that?
I think it depends how they say it.
Okay.
Because there's people that will look at me and be like, she's a fangirl.
Mhm.
Because I feel like a lot of people in my personal life aren't into like concerts and like that type of like world. So when they look at me and they're like, oh my god, she's at another show. Oh, she's at another thing.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this girl's like crazy or like obsessed or like not grown. But
Yeah.
then when like people that are like actually like also into it or like work in it or anything, they see it in a different way.
Mhm.
Like know this guy that like works in the industry, and like we were talking the other day, and he told me, he was like, like you're still like in that world, because he's known me since I was like 16, and he's like, like you're still in that like world, like you still like concerts, you still like certain artists and things like that. But it was like, but the way that like you go at it, like he was like, I see your tweets. I'm like, that's embarrassing. But he was like, the way that you talk about them and like talk to them, it's more in a way that like you like see them as actual people rather than like you're talking to like a celebrity type
A
of thing.
celebrity.
Like when I like tweet Madison, for example, I don't tweet like, oh my God, like say hi. It's like, I don't know. When I tweet her, I'm not tweeting her in a hopes of like getting a notice, as people would call it on
Right.
Twitter. I'm just like
Yeah.
answering whatever she's saying. Like today, she like tweeted something like, edit like boots on a cat. And I was like, bet. So I edited boots on a cat. It was so bad. But like that's the type of shit like that I do. So like that's like the part of me that I'm like, okay, I guess like people would consider me one.
Mm-hmm.
But like also not. It's like so complicated for me because I don't want to be like no, but I also don't want to be like yes. So I
Yeah.
like I was saying, it depends like the way people like go about it. Well, like
Yeah.
when he was saying it, he was like, you're still like a fan of artists. I'm like, for that, if someone calls me a fan, like I don't care, because yeah, like not every single artist I like knows who I am. So technically I still am like a fan of artists. But I
Right.
don't think like I'm like a fangirl per se, because I don't like make edits for like people. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
I had a fan account for I had like an update account for Maggie, but like I haven't posted on that in like God knows how
Yeah.
long. We had one for Madison. It's like
Mm-hmm.
who knows where it is right now.
Yeah.
So like, and like my Twitter too, it's like my name, and like I post a lot about like my YouTube or like my work that I do. So yeah, that didn't even answer the question, but
No, it did. It did.
I'd say like I would consider myself more like a fan of art, like a supportive person.
Yeah, like a
I just want to see people do
fan.
well, like whether they know me or not. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
still show
No,
up
I
to
agree.
things. Like I'm not sitting here being like, I'm never going to anything again. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 No, I
Like
get
I'm
that.
still gonna be at shows and shit. I just like don't think I'm as like extreme as I used to be.
Makes sense. 100%. I feel like I agree, but also it's like I don't think I've ever been called a fangirl, but the one thing that I've been called, which I hate, is a groupie. Someone called me
Mm.
that, and I'm like, because isn't groupies like you're sleeping with the artist?
Yeah, groupie is like you follow the artist around in
Like
hopes
I'm
of
not,
sleeping with them.
yeah, I'm not like gonna sleep with Madison. Like I love her,
Me either.
but so I hated that.
Hmm.
But I don't think I've been called like a fangirl, but I feel like I don't
I think it's
know.
different though, because you didn't grow up in it. Like
That's
I was
true.
100,000% a fangirl. Like
Yeah.
I like openly like I did the edits. I did the
Right.
fan projects. Like I did all that shit.
No, and when I really did get into this space, I did do the edits, I did do the fan projects, I waited in
Mhm.
line, I did the meet and greets, whatever. But I think that now it's like I'm at such a different headspace with it, and
Mhm.
I've connected with so many people, and I think I just see it in like a completely
Mhm.
different view. At the same time, I'm like I see them as human beings, and I don't put them on such a high pedestal. And I guess because of that, I feel like I don't see myself as like a fangirl anymore. So
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And maybe
I think
like
it's just I don't know, because like the thing is like say we do go to Europe for Madison, okay? And we go to
mhm.
multiple shows. Would that make us a fangirl? Like you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's such a broad term now that
Yeah,
like what would people consider me then? Like would they
right,
consider like that's like where like my brain goes.
right.
Cuz
I
I
don't
don't think
know.
like I know I won't wait in line and all that shit. Like I waited like a few hours for Gracie, and like my back was done. Like I wanted to cry. Like I wanted to like literally walk in the
Done.
street. Um, but like, yeah, I don't know. Like I think like that's where we're like similar. Like when we think of it, we think of like it as like a whole experience rather than like I'm going to meet
Right.
Madison like 20 times
Exactly.
type of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
And like I
Exactly.
don't need to be front row. Like I'd rather
No,
be
we
on
vibe in the
on the
back.
side stage. But yeah,
No, every time we've gone, we vibe in the back, and it's so much fun.
yeah, it's so fun, and everyone like just
And I
fucking stands there.
that's actually how I've gotten to meet a lot of like the people on her
Hmm.
team. All of the teams that are all the people that I've gotten to meet because they're in the back.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just I'm also pretty comfortable and confident and open at shows, and I'm just like kind of like meeting everybody.
See, I'm the
Which
opposite. I just like I get really like socially anxious and then I don't
mm,
want to talk to anyone. I don't know why I spoke
yeah.
to Gerald, to be honest, and like called him over and was like, whatever. But like that was the only person I've ever like willingly like went up to or like called over to talk to. The other people,
Yeah,
it kind of just like happened. But
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe now like it's different, but
I
yeah.
think also it's also the way that people like still like see us. What am I
Mhm.
trying to say? It's like Madison hairstylist, for example, will still be in contact. So it's just like those people don't see me as like a fan if we're still like I don't know. She like just she commented on one of my posts the other day, and I'm like, not everyone would do that for
Mhm.
a fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I
I
think
mean, she liked
that's
my picture,
kind
so
of
I guess
why.
like yeah. I don't even know how she followed me or like why it was so like
No,
she
we've
followed
talked
me on
about this.
TikTok first. She followed me on TikTok first, which is so random. And then like one
It's
day
just
like I woke up and she like just like we weren't together. Like no one posted like anything that like would be like, "Oh, like let me go like you know what I mean?" It was the most
right.
random thing, but I was like, "Whatever."
Yeah. No, and I'm still like curious as to why Oscar follows me. It's
Yeah, like
so
I don't know.
weird.
At the end of the day, like I just like to go to shows and support people and I like to travel like I said before. So the two of them going hand in hand. Like if I can afford to go, I will. And
100%.
yeah, so that's where I
I agree.
stand. So,
I agree. I also just think it's the intention behind everything.
mhm.
It always goes back to that for me.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, like for me it's like okay, like I know we keep bringing up Europe, but like that's like the thing that I could think about. But like if I were to
mhm.
go, for me it'd be like there's like multiple things that go into it. Like I have friends that live there, not even from like Madison or anything. Like I have friends that like genuinely
Yeah.
live there. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it'd be fun to see them. And then like I've never been to Europe, so I feel like it would be like a fun way to see multiple places and also see like shows, whether it's the same show every night or like I'll go to a random ass show too. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like if we went together, it would be like a fun like bonding opportunity. That sounds so gross, but like you know what I mean, like
100%.
you. Yeah, and then like also I do YouTube, so I feel like that'd be such a fun thing to like vlog.
Yeah.
And, like, there's just, like for me, there's, like, so many things that go into it other than just, like, yeah, going to see
Yeah,
Madison.
it's just
So,
yeah, exactly.
that's why I don't think I'm 100% fangirl because I have other things in mind for it.
Yeah. There's a lot to unpack.
Um, and then there's still so much more I can honestly
I
talk about.
know. We can
So
get
maybe
into
we could do
way
another
more,
part,
but
like, another day. But, yeah. So, moral of the story, if you see me anywhere, I'm not a hypocrite. I just think that there's certain boundaries that people cross that just don't need to be crossed anymore.
I also think that people can change. Like my
Yeah.
mindset
Well,
a
yeah.
year, 2 years ago completely different than how I am now.
Mhm.
And I think that
Oh,
I've
yeah.
grown and changed because of the experiences that I have gotten and because of
Mhm.
the people that I've met and from like everything. I'm a changed woman.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah. Me at 16 is
Yeah,
not me like now. And
right.
if it was, I would
Also though,
literally be scared.
I am glad that I did kind of get that taste of it just
Mhm.
because I didn't do anything growing up like that.
But
Even
it's
in like
also like I'm
my
not gonna lie,
teen
it's really fun.
years.
It's fun.
Yeah,
Like I
no,
can't
it's
sit here
fun,
and be like it's
100%.
not like that's the reason why I feel like I just like been still going to stuff because it's just fun for me.
Yeah.
But it's
Especially
definitely
when it's
different.
yeah, when it's like for so long, I personally like have never felt really like I've had that good group of like people that I can like hang out with or feel
Mhm.
comfortable around. And like for me, being at shows is like that space. I feel like I feel really
Mhm.
welcomed and whatever. So, and I literally never used to do that whenever I was younger, my teen years, whatever.
Mhm.
I don't know. I guess it's just like at the time, it was something that I I did, and I kind of got a little bit too carried away, but at the same time, it's like I've always thought in the back of my mind, like these people are just humans, so I'm gonna treat them like
Mhm.
one. And I never went into it with the mentality of like, oh my god, I'm gonna meet a celebrity, you know.
Yeah.
But
Well,
now
that's
it's even different
I
for
was
me.
telling my
So
mom that, like, or was it my mom? I don't know who it was. I was telling someone. I think it was my mom. I was like, before like the event, I was like, this is so weird to me because like younger me would be like, oh my god, like I'm gonna go meet Madison Beer. Um, and that time I was just like, oh my god, I can't wait to talk to her and just like see how she's been since I saw her last like 6 months ago. Like that's how I
exactly.
went into
No.
it. And
Hmm.
like even when we were speaking, I was just like fucking rambling, like talking about God knows what. But it was just so different for me versus like I know for a fact, like right now, if I went to into meet and greet with Justin Bieber, I don't know how I would act. Like I just don't know. I can't even like sit here and like say like I wouldn't I wouldn't cry. I can't do that. I can't cry into someone's arms and be like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
whatever. But it would be like it's
Yeah.
different for me. Like he's the only person that's different for me.
Yeah. I get it.
But yeah.
I get it.
So anyways, if anyone wants to sponsor a Europe trip for us,
Ooh.
my wallet is
Yes.
ready to receive. I'm just kidding. Not really, but yeah.
Not kidding. Please sponsor us.
Or at least
That
like
is so
like
much
how people get
fun.
hotels for free. Like I'll be happy with that. Like something.
Hotels or like clothes, like send them our way.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we can wrap this up.
100%.
I'm curious what other people think. So you can like DM us and
Yeah.
like tell us like what you think of like
Yeah.
fangirl culture. Cause like I said, I think there's good and bad sides to it. And like obviously this like not like knocking anyone in particular, like a genre of
Oh,
people.
no, 100%.
It's just like,
Our
yeah, that's my
experience with
thoughts.
it.
Yeah. And you can follow us on Instagram. I was gonna say Twitter. You can follow us on Instagram. Everything's gonna be linked in the show notes. You can check out the YouTube. You can follow and subscribe to the podcast. I saw we have like 20 Spotify followers. Um, we
Amazing.
have yeah. So
Leave a
leave a
review, a little
review.
comment.
Yeah, and
Yes.
we'll talk to
And
you
thank
next
you.
week. Oh,
Yeah, also sorry, I'm gonna say thank you for all the people who did send love. Um,
mm-hmm.
even now I'm still getting like stuff. So it makes me feel really happy knowing that I can be like that comfort podcast
Mm-hmm.
for someone because like I have those for myself that I
Mm-hmm.
listen to on the days where I need it the most.
Mm-hmm.
So to be that for someone else, it makes me really happy.
Yeah,
So yeah,
same.
thank you.
Okay, well, we will talk to you next week.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.